Browns back at it, getting ready for the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, and it was awards day here in Berea. We'll start with the 2 Player of the Month awards that the Browns won. Myles Garrett, the Defensive Player of the Month. Carson, Schwesinger, the AFC Rookie of the Month. Mary Kay, no surprise with either of those awards. It just speaks to how well this defense has been playing all season.
That's absolutely right, and I also think that these 2 awards today are the precursor to what's going to happen after the season when Myles wins NFL Defensive Player of the Year for the 2nd time in his career, and Carson Schwesinger wins NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm pretty sure both of those things are going to happen, and those are really nice consolation prizes for the Cleveland Browns this year in a season which the defense has just been lights out the whole entire season, and they haven't had much to show for it in the win column. So this will be a nice way to wrap this up.
Yeah, it is incredible to think about all the accolades this defense has collected, whether it's Player of the Week awards, now Player of the Month awards, Rookie of the Week, Rookie of the Month. And Ashley, this is a 3-win football team. It just speaks to the way that these guys are playing despite the record.
It does. And look, I do think we talked to Grant Delpit today, Carson Schwesinger today. We'll, of course, talk to Myles Garrett on Friday. But I think it shows this defense does still have a lot of pride for these things. Of course, Myles Garrett chasing the NFL single-season sack record as well. Multiple people brought up today. He has a chance to break that record this weekend. We've talked about it. So to Mary Kay's point about it being a consolation prize, I think those awards and those kind of accolades right now are part of what is really keeping this defense's head in the game as a collective.
And by the way, it is completely wild that we can just casually say, oh yeah, Myles will have 3.5 sacks this week, and just shrug it off as if it's not something spectacular. Okay, Grant Delpit, Ashley, you mentioned his name. He is the Browns nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year, and I think, Mary Kay, this just speaks to the growth we've seen from Grant, really, since he got here back when the Browns drafted him, but especially in the last year or so, his growth on this football team.
Yeah, he's really taken on an enormous leadership role on the football team. He's done a really, really nice job with that. And I remember even dating back to last year when they really weren't going anywhere. He really stepped up towards the end of the year and said, this is going to prove to us who wants to play this game and who really cares about this. And he's doing the same thing this year. And I think when you have guys like Grant and Denzel and Myles that are setting the tone like that, I think that's why you're looking out there and seeing a dominant defensive performance, even though they really are not going to the playoffs this year. So Grant's been tremendous on and off the field, great in the community, and we talked a lot with him today about the fact that the community has also embraced him, and he absolutely loves it here.
Yeah, and he even joked today there aren't going to be many people watching this game on Sunday, so we're going to find out who really loves football. And Ashley, to Mary Kay's point about the communities, obviously you wrote a big story a few years ago about him growing up in New Orleans and Houston and Hurricane Katrina, but also now that he's come to Cleveland, he's really been embraced by this fan base, and he's embraced it back.
Yeah, and I think it helps. You know, he's a guy who's in his 6th season here already, which is hard to believe. It seems like he was just drafted yesterday. He's been through a lot here. He's been through injuries. Obviously, that Achilles injury as a rookie really kind of, I think, informed his NFL journey, but you've really seen him get more comfortable in this defense since Jim Schwartz took over in 2023, and he's really come into his own. You know, guys all year have talked about him playing at an all-pro level, so really just good stuff from him, and kind of just shows the extension of how comfortable he's gotten in Cleveland.
Now, of course, there is a game on Sunday, and it features the number 1 overall pick Cam Ward against fellow rookie Shedeur Sanders. Mary Kay, we got to hear from Tommy Reese today. He talked about what he saw from Shedeur Sanders and some of the small signs of progress that he's seen from him.
That's right. I mean, just in terms of the operation of the offense and knowing where to go with the ball and just knowing how to manage the game, he has seen things in that regard. Of course, he complimented the touchdown pass, which was a very, very high-level pass, a high-level play where Shedeur had to step up in the pocket, and he's done a nice job of that. So this is an opportunity for him to build on that again. And, of course, he's going head-to-head with the one quarterback that the Browns would have drafted at number 2 overall in this particular draft, and that is Cam Ward. He's having his struggles in Tennessee on a 1-11 football team, but this is an interesting matchup.
Yeah, and actually just that operational stuff, I think back to the Baltimore game when he came in and he had a run and he ran down to the end zone, and you could see him sort of stop in the moment and then scramble back to the huddle as if somebody in the headset was saying, hey, buddy, we got to get a play called. Joel Bitonio has talked pretty openly about that, and we're not seeing those things now. So look, it's little things right now with Shedeur, and operation is important for a rookie quarterback to be able to master that.
Yeah, it's something that every NFL rookie quarterback has to go through at some time, or any quarterback when it's their first time playing. So yeah, it's baby steps with that sort of stuff each week, and I think it is different already, which is a good thing for Shedeur. It shows that he's coming along nicely in that regard than it was that second half against Baltimore a few weeks ago. So continue to progress in that way. This is a week where I think there will be opportunities, knowing the Titans' record, obviously, to improve even more for Shedeur.
Okay, we will cover everything that happens here as the Browns do prepare for the Titans. You can find it all at cleveland.com/Browns.